to say thank you for that wonderful introduction, and I have to thank Sheriff Chapman for assisting me with the CIT program. We literally saved several lives from combat veterans, teaching law enforcement how to de-escalate. So, and thank you, Ken, for allowing us to come into your house. So I'm a 30-year casualty of being a first responder. I started out volunteering with Sterling Volunteer Rescue Squad, then I became a 911 dispatcher, then became a patrol deputy, which was my chosen career. Over 30 years, how I dealt with trauma was to put it into my mental file cabinet, right? Every trauma that I had seen, sorry if I'm a little nervous, I would file it away and try to push back all the sights, the sounds, the smells of those calls. Another thing that I did was actually peer support. Out of 30 years, 28 years, I was a peer support for fire, rescue, police, and dispatchers. I was fortunate enough to work with NYPD post 9/11 and listen to their stories. And yes, you can get third-party post-traumatic from listening. So, I think God always has a plan. We may not see that plan. I tried to get into Boulder Crest about a year ago, and I was a backup in case somebody didn't show. I retired July 1st of 2018, and I had a very difficult time transitioning from wearing that uniform, okay, and going into a civilian world. That filing cabinet started to open up, and it fell hard. Visions that I put away for 30 years were coming out. I had to sleep with the TV on just to shut my brain off, okay? This July, one of the deputies that I supervised suicided. And that has been hard. I have the band here. I was a hostage negotiator. He was a SWAT team member, so we were very close. I also supervised him for 4 years. And then, of course, you start getting that moment feeling like, shit, maybe I shouldn't, sorry, I'm gonna curse. So anyway, that really toppled everything for me. And then I was accepted into Boulder Crest in October. So my thing has always been like, I wish my mind could forget what my eyes have seen, what my ears have heard, and the smells, because those are so natural for PTSD to come back in a heartbeat. So I was able to get into Boulder Crest, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, because as Ken pointed out, I knew Boulder Crest, and I get to stay in one of the cabins. First full day, I look around and I'm going, oh shit, it's all women. So I always feel that military and law enforcement are pretty much cousins, because we're all trained that, find a threat, go home alive, battle buddies type thing. But I'm looking around, I'm like, God, they're all women. God. So I want to know who's going to be here with True Grit. What is their story? So one of the instructors asked, why don't you tell your story of the trauma? So I was a sergeant for the bulk of my career, so I'm like, I want to go first. So I started telling my story, and I spoke about the suicide of this very young deputy. And I broke down and I started to cry. But when I looked up, I saw 6 other women crying with me, and they were not judgmental. So this is a place where you're not being judged, for your feelings. I want to say that Erica over here, I went to go sit down. She was very smart. She must have gotten pulled over before. I don't know. But she actually came up behind me, which, you know, okay, cop, you know, 21-foot rule. She actually said, I'm a hugger and you look like you need a hug and I want to give you a hug. And I wanted to thank her because when she asked permission, and to this day, I still feel that hug every day. This other one, the Viking standing next to the sprout. We made an immediate connection just with our eyes, and I think it's because we're mama bears. You know, we're gonna take care of our troops and everything, and we just connected like crazy. There's so many wonderful things about Boulder Crest that I want to say. The meditating camp is just amazing. It resets me every day. But you mentioned about the post-traumatic growth. As a law enforcement officer in the academy, they teach you everything and everybody is a threat. And I know recently, well, for the last 5 years, law enforcement's gotten a really crappy reporting. But anyway, I don't know what's around the corner. I don't know if I'm going to go into a school shooting. I don't know if you're asking me directions, are you friend or foe? So that post-traumatic growth has really helped me tremendously, because instead of looking around what's around the corner, I start looking at the trees. I start seeing the birds and the beauty of what God gave us. I'm not hearing the screams anymore. I'm not seeing the casualties. I'm not smelling blood or overturned grass at 2:30 in the morning from another fatality. So thank you, Boulder Crest, for all that.